Good afternoon and welcome to the Heartland Hometown Celebration Parade. It's a beautiful day, 81 degrees in Heartland, nice sunny skies, a little breeze flowing, and we're ready for a parade. My name's Al Visentainer and we are glad you're with us.
And my name is Tim Hallquist, and I'm a member of the Park Board for 25 years and also the Planning Commission, and they were generous enough to invite me and Al to commentate for today, so stand by in a couple minutes. The parade will be reaching us. It just started at 1:30 over at Heartbreak Drive to Merton to Capitol, so it'll be a couple more minutes yet, and then we'll start seeing some action.
And we are live streaming on YouTube and Facebook, so be sure to join in the fun. Welcome back, and here comes the parade. We are really lucky this year with the weather, aren't we, Tim? Nah, we didn't have such great weather last year.
Well, I think it was canceled outright last year, and before that, I remember I was holding down a canopy. The wind was so bad, and I think they canceled it halfway through. It was not pleasant, but today we got great weather. This is beautiful.
And our first exhibit coming down the road is the Heartland Flanagan Dorn Post 294. Post 294 has been present in Heartland at the same location since 1946. It's a real honor to have him here today, leading off the parade. Everyone standing.
Observance to the flag there.
A lot of applause. Johnson Post 5158 from Hartland, Wisconsin. And the American Legion Auxiliary Post 294.
2020 hometown celebration parade marshal is Chuck Dulciman, and anybody who lives in Hartland better know that name. He's been around forever. He was born and raised in Hartland. He's a grad of Arrowhead High School, and I believe he's been in the community for over 70 years. He was baptized at St. Charles Church, and he still is a member to this day. And the reason why I say everybody should know who he is, he's umpired probably everybody's softball game, baseball game, refereed any basketball game within the area. In fact, I'm not so sure, but I think he probably umpired Abe Lincoln's game. So Chuck is coming in the black Jeep. I can see his full head of hair.
I'm pretty sure Chuck and Abe were buddies.
Yeah, very good. I think Abe threw a perfect game that day, so I think Chuck's his biggest fan.
Following Chuck is our junior parade marshal. This year's parade, junior parade marshal is Killian Weston. Killian's an Arrowhead High School student, cross-country runner. He works at the local Culvers. He's a community musician. He played baseball for the Heartland Hawks baseball team, and he was winner of the 2019 Heartland North Shore Student Council. He's won the Outstanding Leadership Award. These are just a few of the remarkable efforts completed by this young community leader. Killian's best known for his creation of the local initiative, Spread the Love. As a first grader, think about that, 6 years old, in 2012, Killian was rattled by a UNICEF commercial showing starving children from around the world. He begged his parents to help him find a way to help childhood hunger. Not yet old enough at the time to volunteer at the Heartland Food Pantry, Killian and his family hosted a food drive at the school, Heartland North Elementary.
There's our village president, Jeff Vandersteel. Here's one of our village trustees, Mike Myers. He's the owner of Battery Products right here in Heartland. Next up is another village trustee, Ann Walschleider. Another one of our village trustees, Donna Doro. And next up is another one of our trustees, Robin Ludke. And our last village trustee is Rick Connor. He's right behind Robin. Rick is the owner of the Hometown Pharmacy, which is almost right where we're situated here.
Great local hometown business. Next up is the Heartland Chamber of Commerce. They've been in Heartland for 70 years, and their mission is to provide programs and services that educate and connect with businessmen. Matt Galke and his family are in that float.
Here's Sterling and Brass. Nice quintet that I'm sure you can hire out and play.
They were founded in 1996. Great trombone section there.
And then here is our Triple I Shrine Veterans Legion of Honor. And nice little float. Looks like there's 3 or 4 guys there. We always want to honor the veterans.
Great float.
And here is the Heartland Fire Department, represented by Chief Jamritz in front there. Looks like we got a lot of young firefighters in training.
And the honorary member this year is Dick Landwehr. You know Dick real well, don't you?
I do know Dick, yeah. He was on the park board for quite a while.
He was village president too, I
Village
think.
president. He has been with there. He's sitting up in the cab there in that old fire truck.
53 years he was a village trustee.
They named the village building after him.
We are very fortunate to have a fire department as well equipped as the Heartland Fire Department. This year they're honoring members who have retired.
You can't compete with the sirens, Al. Coming up in a couple of vehicles is Heartland's newest fire truck. Very well illuminated. It is always on display at all of the village events. The Christmas tree train, the holiday train, the street dance.
It's quite a sight to see.
Oh yeah.
The Heartland Fire Department's motto is always ready, proud to serve since 1893.
Yeah, that truck cost about 2 weeks of your salary, I think, Al. Very impressive, though. Very impressive. Got the ladder that can go, I believe it can go, if I'm not mistaken, 85 feet high.
Paramedics always ready to help out.
There's Sue Jamritz, longtime favorite.
And the Rescue 61 engine, another newer entry to the fleet.
Yep. And then the last firefighting unit for Heartland is right in front of us.
Coming up next is Senator Kapenga. Republican Senator Chris Kapenga has been serving in the 33rd Senate District since 2015. He's married to his wife Carrie, has 2 daughters, and they live in Delafield. Great to have him here in the parade. Following Senator Chris Kapenga is State Representative Cindy Ducal. She's in her 3rd term as State Assembly for the 99th District, Lake Country. She serves most of Lake Country, a lifelong resident of Delafield. We're proud to have her as our State Assembly representative for the 99th. She loves her job.
And here comes the Waukesha County Board Supervisor Paul Decker. He's a Heartland resident, and he serves as the chairman of the board for Waukesha County.
You see Paul everywhere you go.
I do see Paul.
Next up is Aspire Homes. Aspire Homes, their passion isn't square footage. It's a custom home built just for you, with your budget and plan in mind.
They got a new building right over on Hartbrook Drive. They remodeled that old carpet store, if I'm not mistaken.
It did a great job. Nice company, nice local company here in Heartland.
Next up is Enters Bar and Grill, and also Lake Country Beer Garden.
One of our favorites.
I will say this, they have the best pizza.
There's Pat Enter there,
Pat's in the
filming.
front. Look at the
beautiful Jeep, great crew
as
there.
long as you want.
We could name them by names.
There's the whole family in the back sitting at the picnic
Yep.
table. They haven't left from last night. They're still looking like they're burned out from last night.
Tim, I think the Lake Country Beer Garden opens up at 2
2
today.
o'clock today. Well, looks like they've already opened it, I'll be
I
honest.
think Hometown Pharmacy is kind of in a race there
Just
with
kinda
the beer garden.
yeah, they
or
kinda
they're trying to head that way, one of the two.
Well, I think the hometown wants to get a beer.
Here's another favorite coming up,
Oh, yeah.
Lake Country Bed Barn. Lake Country Bed Barn has a vision to support everyone for better sleep.
They moved into their new building as well, down by the railroad tracks.
They've been in town here for 6 years at a couple different locations.
Yeah, very good. We're glad that the local businesses are supporting the parade.
They got good backup there on the bikes. Hey Tim, I think I saw you on one of these last night.
Yep. In fact, he's borrowing it right now. Put gas in that when you're done. That's Newbie the Clown, I think. Isn't it?
Yep, and he's with Spongy the Fun Truck.
Yeah, Spongy's right behind him.
Newbie's been in the parade here for the last 5 years. He is clowning around the whole time.
And he's got metal cleats on the bottom of his shoes, so he doesn't burn out those shoes so quickly.
And Spongy just loves to have fun. Everybody loves Spongy. You don't want to miss him. He weaves his way through town and he waves hello to everybody.
Heartland Family Chiropractic is coming up next. Dr. Hans Halaska.
Long time, did a great job on my back, I'll tell you that.
Yep, he's located right in the downtown of Heartland, heart of Heartland. I wish he wouldn't have left so quickly. I got a back issue right now.
Lake Country Playhouse, they're right in downtown Heartland. They have a beautiful theater here. They've been in Heartland since 1959. It's almost all volunteers, and they put on 6 to 10 dramas a year.
There's Zion Lutheran School. Students receive an excellent education with a loving and nurturing environment. Fully trained, dedicated teachers instruct the students daily in God's Word and all other academic areas of the elementary curriculum.
Our favorite steakhouse is up next, Palmer's Steakhouse, coming up the road here.
We're directly across the street from Palmer's.
Yep.
So one of our shots is probably going to show Palmer's restaurant.
Maybe they're handing out coupons for free fillets. I'm not sure what they're handing out there.
Let's don't plan on that, Al. I don't think we couldn't be so lucky.
Next up is Social Found Marketing. They're a website design and social media marketing for small businesses, which we have a lot of right here in Heartland.
This is Whistle on Wheels is here to spread calliope cheer for all to hear from far and near, so grab a beer while it's near. Give us a cheer as you wet your whistle for Whistles on Wheels. And that was a mouthful, and I hope you heard me because it was very loud.
After that, I think you're ready to wet your whistle there, Tim. Henning, he's a local juggler. He's been performing in 45 parades every year. Great fun to watch. He started at age 12.
Next up is the Arrowhead High School wrestling parents. I'd like to see some of the parents wrestle. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not what that is.
Yeah.
Great group, great crowd.
And Lake Country Fire and Rescue.
Hopefully they got
after the Kettle Moraine.
Oh, that's
United Presbyterian.
I was gonna say hopefully they got a newer fire truck than that. Otherwise, my house is going down.
We are nowhere on this script right now, folks.
Here's Lake Country Fire and Rescue coming up now. This is a little bit nicer vehicle. I think this can get the job done.
That is a beauty. Here's a staff car.
Yeah.
Long Riders of Triple I. Here comes Sparky down the road. Sparky is the elephant.
Yeah, that's Mater. That's a little tow truck. Mater, for those of you guys who want to see the cartoon animated movie. Here's the town of Delafield Dive Rescue and Fire Department.
If you ever saw that dive rescue team in action, it's something to watch.
Well, hopefully I never have to be involved with that.
J&J Towing with the Big Top Brass Band. Always fun to hear them at the parades. Big Top Brass Band has been around 25 years in Heartland.
Here's the Republican Party of Waukesha County. If I'm not mistaken, they had a booth at the fireworks last night, which stay tuned after this parade. We're going to show the fireworks from last night.
Great crowd.
So you can stay tuned for that.
Nice float.
There's an elephant there. Oh, and there's
Donald Trump.
And there's an animal
joining
too.
the parade. Kids First, Lake Country Optimism. Chartered in 2019, they've donated over $3,000 to the youth in the Heartland community. There's Dean Champeau.
There's
Dean
a nice
and Lori, good friends and neighbors.
There's a nice little Ford pickup.
The truck's name is Jilly.
There's some Jolly Giant stilt walkers coming up. For 20 years, the Jolly Gents have walked tall for thousands of miles across the country. We're glad that they're back in Heartland this year.
And there's our State Farm truck, Joe Wolf. St. Charles.
I would trust that fire truck more than the one we saw earlier.
St. Charles Parish, of course, located right there on Renson Road in Heartland. Part of our community a long time.
Here
Coming up with the Cub Scouts.
Yep, Cub Scout Pack 24. Looks like St. Charles Catholic Church is kind of representing them. Potawatomi Area Council. I think we are all Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts, weren't we?
Yeah. And except youth up to the 5th grade. got a whole bunch of kids there enjoying the parade.
You know, one thing that I noticed, Al, is no one's handing out candy because of the COVID this year, which is a good thing. So they're all being very cautious and
kind of missing that candy.
Yeah, I would like to have a little bit of it right now.
Encompass Lake Country Realty, southeastern Wisconsin. Very helpful staff going by there.
Yeah. There's another one of their
another one of there is the nice Mustang GT.
Oh yeah.
Tim, I think this might be a parade and area-wide favorite coming up. I don't want to say it yet, but I think everybody will know who this is when he gets here. Friday night, the fireworks here got rained out. Tim, you were going to be working that night there and got called off.
Yeah, and then I had another commitment Saturday, so I wasn't able to attend, but I heard it was great. And like I said earlier, we'll show them after the parade is over. Our videotaper was there last night filming, and we'll show it again.
We weren't able to make it down, but we watched them from the treetops.
So you missed half of them because half
those
of them
trees keep getting bigger.
Half of them are on the ground and they're beautiful. I'll tell you what, for a small community, Heartland does it right with the fireworks.
They certainly do.
25 minutes long and it's well worth it.
Terrific grand finale.
That's Encompass. This is the last of the Encompass Realty. Looks like they're lagging a little behind.
I think they might be
but
squirting
I know
everybody
why.
here.
I know
yeah,
why,
it takes time to get everybody wet.
Yeah, we got a lot of equipment here, so hopefully they won't get us.
Fun float.
There's the Wisconsin Athletic Club.
They've got a busy facility. They're always going at it. They're all through the Milwaukee area. They've got group fitness classes, personal training, aquatics, tennis, you name it, junior programs. Always come on over and visit the club. They'd love to have you take a tour and see what they offer.
That's Elite Tumbling Factory Performance Team that was right in front of us. There's acrobatics and tumbling program with a location in Brookfield and Oak Creek. They teach athletes of all ages basics to advanced levels of acrobatics.
Putting on a great show here.
Oh yeah, very good. If they're not working up a sweat by the end of this parade, I don't know who's going to be. They're all reaching for water right now.
Got some beautiful horses coming up here.
Set these. I think this is Hoofbeats Express 1 and Hoofbeats Express 2,
I would think so, yep. These horses are dapple gray Percherons originating in France. They can still be found there today in a variety of special events, and they're a great farm animal. They do a lot of the farm work.
Yeah, those are beautiful horses. And this next float is Tabby's Lake Country, which we're almost right by. Hopefully they'll throw us a little pro bono and give us a little something.
Yep, they're literally kitty corner from us. A great place to stop in, have a glass of wine, enjoy the beautiful downtown here on a summer night.
They have two decks, a first floor deck and a second floor deck.
Yeah, quite a bit of outdoor seating there.
Yeah.
This is a Muskego Lions Road Boaters. The Muskego Lions Road Boaters consist of a bunch of boats that are modified to fit lawn tractors. They also supplied parade music. They've appeared in international parades and state lion parades, as well as many community parades. I like the jet ski there.
Yeah, very nice.
Tim, I think our buddy Kevin has one or two of these boats up at the cottage.
Yeah, I think this is about as fast as he can go, too. Or as fast as he wants to go.
That was a fun float there.
Next up is Advanced Disposal. They provide non-hazardous solid waste collection, transfer, recycling, and disposable services for residential, commercial, and industrial customers across the southeast, midwest, and eastern regions of the U.S.
They service my business and a lot of local businesses, and they do a great job. Very responsible, always on time, very receptive.
They're receptive. They're receptive with the receptacles. I got it. I got it. Very good.
Those roll-off units are fun too when you're doing a remodeling project.
Well, you know, they have the pinchers now that they just come out and
in Heartland, yes, they do.
yeah, they just pinch the recycle every other week, and then the garbage every week.
Oh, here comes yours and my favorite.
Yeah, here comes Fox Brothers Piggly
Fox
Wiggly.
Brothers Pig.
Yep.
Mr. Pig. He's been around forever.
Oh yeah.
This year he's not walking. This year he's riding.
When I moved into town, they were right down here, down the street, where the new apartment complex is now.
Yep.
And now they're over in their happy home that they've been there for quite a while.
I actually remember that building because one of the aisles you couldn't fit a cart down.
Was there a pole in the way?
Yeah.
Here's Cub Scout Pack 294 of Heartland.
Nice display.
I believe if anybody had a son at the time, my sons were both Pack 294s. And looks like we got a little bit of a lull here. I think we're waiting for Sam the Wheeler giant bike and the bicycle. They're all coming, but that guy's been in the parades forever. Sam the Wild Wheeler. He's putting on a little show down the way a little bit.
Tim, you know, talking about the original Piggly Wiggly, it made me think about Hornburg Ford, we had a Ford dealership right here in Heartland. It was still open when I moved into town, located right across the street from us. And the body shop is right on our side of the street, down in the basement it was. I can remember it well.
All right, that part I didn't know.
Yeah. The used car lot was right across from US Bank.
Wow.
Sam the Wheeler.
Yeah, he's came all the way from East Africa. I bet you that was tough to get across the ocean in that thing, but and if he did it in the wintertime, maybe.
He's putting on quite a show here.
He's only one of two giant wheelers in America, in the world, I should say. So we're glad that he's
Great
a member.
Support staff with him. You gotta love him.
Boy, that takes some skill right there.
I think you get your daily workout in.
I think he needs some water.
Speaking of Hornburg,
Yeah, there you go. Beller Museum. It's an unrestored 1931 Ford hand-crank tow truck that has been at Hornburg Ford from 1931 to 1947.
Beller Museum is located in Romeoville, Illinois.
Very good. It's nice that they came back for the parade. That was really nice. I know there's still some Hornburg family members in the Heartland area.
Dulciman Transport, our local community transport.
School bus drivers, yeah. They do a great job.
They service Arrowhead.
There's Scott Hotterdahl,
First Weber Realty.
yeah, with a 1959 Corvette convertible. And is that a
That's U.S. Special Army Forces GMV reconnaissance vehicle. It was used in both Afghanistan and Iraq.
You know, I'll tell you what, they do have to carry a lot of equipment, you know. Usually it's on their back. But if you're lucky enough to be in one of those, I guess you can just strap it on the side.
My brother-in-law did 2 tours in Gulf War, and he was in one of those every day.
I would think you'd want to be first in line, because if you're last and there's no room, I think you're walking.
It'd be a warm walk.
I know my girlfriend did red, white, blue, like after she started a little before me, and I'm like, it was too late. They're doing it.
Came through. Well, we got a little lull here.
Crowd is enthusiastically cheering.
Actually,
so something fun is happening.
Well, they're actually throwing out some candy. It looks like a couple guys are throwing out candy.
Yeah, really. Kim, no respect. She doesn't stand up. Come on.
We don't know exactly which float is next. We'll find out soon enough. Oh, this is RTE Lawn Care Service. So we thank them. Looks like they do a little mud racing, dirt racing or something.
Yeah.
They've got their vehicle in the back.
Nice truck. Here comes a good friend of ours up
Yeah.
to the booth. Thank you,
Good
sir.
old boy Chet, handing out a little candy for us. There's Mrs. Wisconsin, United States, Laura Swan. She'll be representing our state at a national pageant in October of this year in Las Vegas. And she lives in Heartland. And she believes that you can accomplish your dreams. There's
Pretty
competitor
proud to have
awards.
her right from Heartland. Next up is competitor awards. They're they've been operating in Heartland for 24 years. They do awards and gifts.
And I would imagine since everything's been canceled this year, he's probably looking to do anything.
Coming down the road here is Centerpoint Boat Services.
Tell me more, Al.
Well, they're towing a Centurion 21-foot F-21, which is the exclusive boat of the World Wakeboard Championships held each year. Centerpoint's a mega store on Highway 16 right in Pewaukee. Great support staff, terrific service department. They store hundreds of boats in the fall. And there's Rick driving the truck. It looks like Mitch and family out in the back. And the shark is going after the truck, it looks like there. I heard you were a big wake surfer in the day.
Oh yeah, my knees kind of gave out on me, so I could only handle about those 6-inch waves now.
I believe the color on that boat was Pretty Penny. That's a great
beautiful
name for
color.
a boat color.
Next up is Sweet Dreams. Sweet Dreams of Heartland was a staple for the last 11 years. It is now under new ownership, and we're looking forward to continuing the legacy that Keith and Patty has worked so hard to achieve. Renee and Logan.
And next up,
Congrats.
Scott Fitzgerald for Congress. Scott served in the state senate for 25 years. He's now running for Congress. And he's replacing retiring Jim Sensenbrenner. The primary election is August 11th.
Here's our Merton Fire Department. A couple of entries from them.
Burton Ambulance, always there when you need them.
Yeah, always be nice to those EMTs. You never know when they're going to need you, or you'll need them, I should say.
Coming up next is Sport Clips. Sport Clips, you can go there, read the sports section, get your hair cut.
This is Sigmund right here, isn't it?
Yep, there's Sigmund Snowpeck III.
He's not playing this year.
No,
Looks
he's
like he
been
just wants to
entertaining
walk.
Milwaukee and the state of Wisconsin since I was a kid. And that's a long time.
No comment. He is blowing a little, what is it? What do they call that? Zuza? No.
Yeah.
Sports Clips is in Oconomowoc and Delafield. That I did not know. I knew they had one.
And you definitely get the MVP experience there. Next up is Kindness Matters.
Oh, and here's Emma Loves Dog participant. This is in remembrance of Emma Mertens. And a lot of support for her and her family. And they will have an event at Nixon Park later on in August, I believe. There it is, right there. Oh no. Yeah, August 29th. They're going to have a nice little fundraiser and benefit for Emma. And I believe you can bring your dog to that. They're going to have a little dog walk that goes around the park.
Emma's Foundation has done a lot for the community and the country, actually.
There'll be some food trucks. There'll be a band.
Delicacy of Milwaukee, I know those guys.
Right here.
Miss them.
Wow, great float.
That's a Milwaukee Makerspace is what the... There's a coupe for makers?
It's like a club for building stuff.
Is that what it is? Oh, well that's
Wow,
cool.
it's a club for building stuff. That's great for any STEM students out there in our school system.
That was molded out of fiberglass resin built around a motorized wheelchair, believe it or not. That's what that was. I wish I would have known about that earlier. I would have showed it to you.
Well, Tim, our folks on watching us live, they should be sure to stay tuned for a replay of last night's fireworks right here on Facebook, YouTube Live. And we had a great crowd today, very respectful of everyone here. And we want to thank everyone for coming and the great time we all had at this terrific community event at the parade here.
Oh yeah, it was a very good turnout. Actually, everything was spaced out pretty good, at least where we're at. Now we're down in the commercial district, so I don't know about the residents up the street, but I'm sure the residents are probably making sure that they're
doing a good job
yeah,
too.
Exactly.
And from my watch tells me a Lake Country Beer Garden is officially open.
I think it is.
So with that, we'll bid our dues.
And it's right on my way home. I walked up here and I might have to walk right back through there just to make sure everybody's socially distanced.
Make sure the tappers are working properly.
There's our chief of police over there in front of Zesty's right now. Torin. They're picking up the cones as we speak, so they're not going to close down this main thoroughfare here very much longer. And I think I'd like to thank everybody for watching. 2020 was the best weather that we've had in the last 3-4 years.
We'd also especially like to thank the Thomas J. Gordy Allstate Insurance Agency, which is right behind us on Capitol Drive. He's been in this town forever, and he provided our Wi-Fi streaming ability today. So we certainly take our hats off to the Thomas J. Gordy Allstate Agency.
And for those of you that don't want to see me, yell at them because because you got to see me.
Thanks again, folks, for seeing us.
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Enjoy the fireworks.